Hey guys, this is Cameron from the St. Mary's Railroad Museum and Model Train Club, and now I'm getting ready to do a review on a battery-operated HO scale train set called the Desktop Locomotive Train Set. I found it on Amazon, and I thought it was new, but it's actually very, very old. It's a very, very old, but very, very neat little set. They used to sell these kinds at like the gift shops of scenic railroads or anything like that. But it's definitely nice. It says there, train set includes locomotive, coal car, and 2 passenger cars. Die-cast steam engine features working headlight. Cool. Alright, let's open it up. Alright, so all the basics are in this box. You've got the components over here, and you've got your instructions right here, like how to put in the batteries, and how to connect the locomotive and tender, and also how to connect the track. It's really, really easy to do. I believe there was one complaint I remember seeing on YouTube. Take a look at the box. You see how small that tender is compared to the tender in here? That's a very, very nice, small, convenient tender. But the tender in here is like, well, 3 inches taller, because as you can see here on the instructions, it takes about 4 AA batteries, so that's why it's 3 inches taller. I remember seeing a video on YouTube saying that this guy, well, he kind of wanted to find a way to cut the tender down and power it by a different battery, or possibly just like narrow it down to 2 AA batteries. So there you go. You got your locomotive, you got your tender, and a 2 passenger car, and plenty of track. So what do you say I get this out for you, and I'll show you what it looks like out of the box. Alright folks, well here you have it. The track is all set up. It's a much smaller oval, as you can see. And here's the beautiful locomotive with its tender, along with its 2 passenger cars, and definitely just like you've seen before on my Broadway Limited Paragon 2, the tender had to be connected to the locomotive. So like I've said before, the tender is where all the batteries are stored. There are about 4 AA batteries in this set. And another thing that's weird about the connection of the tender and the locomotive is that it works a lot like that. You got a very, very small wire and everything. And in fact, this wire is so small and skinny, sometimes I worry that it could eventually break from being used a little bit too much, but I've been taking very good care of this thing, trying to be careful when plugging it in and not plugging it in. So this is 100% a battery toy train, as you can see, and it's got metal wheels rather than plastic wheels like most toy trains would. So I know these tracks don't feature any re-railer, but this is a very easy to put on the track set. Now, as I get in operation, if you are wondering, yep, I've got all 4 batteries already in the tender. Everything is connected, so we're going to get this thing going. Look at it go. It's beautiful, isn't it? You can see there are 2 different cars, and yep, there is a working headlight up front, as you can see. Some guy on YouTube also had a set back that, despite the way this tender is much taller than the locomotive and passenger cars, sometimes the locomotive wheels would slip, but I find I've been having no slipping issues at all. And he says this passenger car over here is a little bit better because the windows are a lot bigger. You don't really know what's going on this one, but whatever, I don't care. Other than that, it's a very nice train set, and locomotive is also based off of a real locomotive that was built by the Rogers Company of Paterson, New Jersey. Kind of looks like a locomotive you may have heard of called the General. And this is supposed to be a wood-burning steam engine, as you can see by the balloon-shaped funnel, but they got coal in the tender, and this is supposed to be a kid-friendly train set for ages 5 to up. But I don't really care. Everyone knows when you're a little kid, you don't really care how these things are made, but other than that, it's wonderful. you can see the piston and gear rods are moving in a different direction rather than going up and down like you've seen on most of them. They just go up and down like that so they wouldn't get stuck. So other than that, it's a very fun train set to have. I was able to order it on Amazon at a very rare price. You can find them on eBay. If you want to get one of these, I'd say go to Amazon or go to eBay at any time you want. These are very, very rare to find. Alright, we're gonna bring it to a stop right here. And there you have it. A beautiful desktop locomotive train set for the closeout queue. And we'll see you on the rails. Thank you for watching.